so good that the first second of the show is not of me. In classic it's amazing that I made the title New Year, New Who Am I Kidding? And then literally fucked up the first second of the first show of 2024. Forgot to put myself in frame. Oh my God, that just sent me. Guys, come on. That was so good. Here's the thing. I'm all for New Year's resolutions, as you guys know. Yeah, it's 2025. You're right. When you're right, you're right. It's 2025. Did I say it's 2024? What's my age again? Okay, here are the things. So many things to tell you guys. Just so many things. I'm all for New Year's resolutions, as you guys know. I do them for my birthday. I do them the start of the year. Less resolutions, more goals, tangible goals, things I know I can do, I can hold on to. And actually, this year, I haven't sat down and made my list yet. I haven't sat down and been like, okay, here are my categories: friends, family, career, finances, hobbies, health, wellness, things like that, and then made all of my goals. And I do that every year, and I'm going to be doing that this year. And if you haven't done it by the 1st, great. Do it by the 5th, do it by the 10th. Reassess things. But at this point in my life, and I'm just going to be 100% transparent with you guys, and that can always change. Our minds can always be changed. I'm not saying they can't be. I'm not saying I'm stuck like this forever. But at this point in my life, I really like who I am as a human. I've worked really hard to get to that place. I have done so many years of therapy. I really feel like I go above and beyond for my friends, my family. I have an insane work ethic, and I really like me. So resolutions is kind of less about like changing who I am, but of course there are things that I can work on. Like, I really have not been doing as good of a job with my fitness as I used to be doing because things have been gotten really busy, and I was out of town for 2 weeks and then back and then out of town for 2 weeks. And so hard when traveling, so there's a lot of stuff that I can do. Like, I really want to get back to doing my yoga lattes because I really like it. I want to get back to starting to brew my own tea because that's really good for my mind as well. I love doing that. Getting on my cooking routine, which I cooked yesterday and today and all of that. So I'm not saying that there's not things, but I'm not the same that I was 10 years ago, where 10 years ago I was like, oh my God, if I don't change parts of myself, I'm going to die. I'm not going to make it if I don't change parts of who I am. At 23, there were things about me that were not sustainable. So I don't feel that way anymore because I spent 10 years being like, all right, Rox, what are we going to do? Where we can't live like that anymore because we just won't make it. So we got to change things. And I've made those changes. So now my goals get to be kind of more specific, and I have to put more thought into them, which is why I don't have exactly, but I do want to kind of talk about it on tonight's show. Talk about you guys. What are you hoping for this year? What are you working towards this year? I think it's cool to be able to say it out loud and then look back. One of the things that I love to do, as you guys know, is I like to pick a word of the year. And I think I know where I'm going this year. I think I know what my word is. And then when you feel lost, you can kind of refocus on that word. Maybe you guys want to explore that option with me. Wow, a lot of rogue hair pieces going on today. And also I want to talk about December because I wasn't here as much. So we had Hanukkah, we had Christmas, we had New Year's Eve, and we missed each other. So now we're here, and let's get into all of it. As always, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer or super chat in for you guys who are new to the channel or new to YouTube in general. Could be some of you. I don't know. people who are like me, who are content creators who ask for Streamlabs or Super Chats, we much prefer Streamlabs because when it comes to Super Chat, I know it's a little more convenient for you guys because you can just click right here. But YouTube they say they take about 30%, and every year it is closer to 50%. They take 50% of that. So if you want more of the money to go to the creator, this piece is driving me insane. If you want more of the money to go to the creator, then make sure you go over to streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I know that can give some people a hard time though, so I'll tell you where I can get it. Let me know. How was your holiday season? What are you hoping for this next year? And then, of course, there's some news stories I want to talk about. I haven't been here with you guys since that unbelievable Superman trailer dropped. I haven't been with you guys since Blake Lively ended up suing Justin Baldoni, and Justin Baldoni ended up suing. It's not a countersuit because it's not to her. Well, she's suing the team and he's suing her. Well, all that stuff. I haven't been with you guys since then. Just shows us we don't know what the hell we're talking about. Like, do not know what we're talking about. Everybody was like, he's awful. She's awful. It's like, none of us know what we're talking about. So maybe just breathe and take a step back. I haven't been with you guys since some big personal updates, like the fact that I became an auntie. And I have to tell you guys all about how that went down because it was cray, insane in the membrane. And yeah, all of that. So let's start in the super chat. Go to the Streamlabs, see what's going on with you guys. What do we do to get rid of these right now so that I don't look like a cray girl? Do we have to try to do a hat? Like, it's giving cover up. It's giving still flyaways. It's giving cutie. You guys tell me. Can she pull it off? It's not giving what I was hoping. Did you guys see that I posted my Instagram story today? Dora the Explorer. And Dora the Explorer was teaching everybody in English what it's giving means. What's happening in the world? Like, what? And then I had somebody message me this long novel. You guys know I read all my DMs. Is it boogies in my nose? Why do I always feel like on this, because I'm using the PC because the Mac has been on the fritz. Why do I always feel like on this computer I see, is it like specs or something? You guys tell me. How are we doing? How are we looking? Probably really good when I did that. Somebody sent me this long novel about how you know exactly what you're doing when you say it's giving. Stop saying it's giving. You need to let go with it's giving. Get over it's giving. Stop torturing everybody. Sorry, it's giving psycho. It's giving leave me alone. It's giving get out of my DMs. It's giving let me live. It's giving I'm not the girly for you. Like, if it's giving bothers you, then I'm not giving for you. Please. Also want to talk a little bit about dating life. Some of the thoughts there and some career stuff that's on the up and up. So, y'all ready for this? I like to move it. Yeah, what I mean, like, I think I should try to twist it. This is just, I mean, ugh. Okay, let's take a vote really quick. Do I try to make the hat work or do I just let it be, let it be? Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Or should I solve the world's problems? Imagine all the people. You remember during the pandemic when I stood up for them about that? Because I just was like, everybody was shredding them, and it still is like the most egregious thing, but people were saying that they should just get hit by trucks for it. And I was like, I don't care. Oh, okay. Okay. It's giving ditch the hat. It's giving don't wear the hat. It's giving take the hat off and throw the hat away. I will say something cool about this hat in case you guys don't remember though, is that this was in my box for this was in my box. This was in my Always Lola box that they sent to everybody that they were sending screeners to. So we also sent one to Greg Alba. So him and I have matching beanies but I wear this shit all the time at home because it's so nice. It's actually sitting right next to my World Girls hat, but I have to wash this hat because it's dirty. And why is it dirty? Because when I spilled the tea literally on DJ's show, and it was in my computer, that was the first thing that was closest to me. I had to use it to mop up the tea, and I ended up leaving shortly after. Okay, so let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Like I said, starting a super chat, going over to Streamlabs. Let me know what's going on. What did you guys do for the holidays? Thank you, handsome ransom. Happy New Year's, Roxy. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate you. Handsome ransom also said, "To the holiday armadillo visit you this year. I promise I'll get Streamlabs to work for me at some point. LOL. I appreciate you. No, I actually don't think Steph gave me a present this year. She gave me, it was so cute, this like little Wicked eyeshadow palette and this red thing that I've been carrying my makeup in. So fucking cute. And that is the one holiday present I got this year, I think. I got Steph a holiday present, but only half of it has arrived. I don't know what happened to the second half. I just had to reach out to the company and be like, where is it? But it's very cool. I'm very excited to give it to her. I think I'm going to see her tomorrow. I think I'm going to give her half of it because, I'm getting like, I want to just give her present, but it doesn't really make as much sense without the two parts. So, that's tough. But so did the holiday armadillo come for me? Not really, other than Steez. But it came for me in the biggest form possible with my niece being born, which again, I will tell you guys all about that story. Let's jump over to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I gotta be able to put this on the table. Let's see if I can. Who is the first Streamlabs of the year? And with that, 2024 season has come to an end. What do they say in the TikTok over and over and over and over again? The first Streamlabs of the year is none other than Mike Joyce. Mike Joyce says, "Hope you had a good holiday season. I'm just getting over a nasty flu. I was around my cousin's kids on Christmas Eve, and I got sick shortly after. Fuck them kids. Hopefully Leia doesn't get you too sick when you're around her in the future." All right. You want to talk about something? Let's talk about it for a second. And I know that a lot of people talk about this, and I understand that I'm not a scientist and I'm not a doctor. This is just a vibe. It's a vibe. Called a vibe. The vibe is that kids be getting sick all the time now. Like, I don't remember being a kid and being sick that often. And I don't even remember when my sister was a kid, her being sick that often. And we had 5 years apart. And then my cousins, I don't remember when they were kids, them being sick that often. And some of them be 15 years younger than me. This feels new in the worst of ways. I'm not annoyed about it because all of my friends are always sick. They all have kids. All their kids are always sick. And I just don't feel like it used to be like that. We're talking about sick, so let me just tell you guys about my experience going home. Okay, here we go one more time. Everybody feeling fine. This was like all of the emotions in 24 hours. Crazy. So here is what happened. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning on the 19th because I needed to be at Real Rejects at 5:30 to shoot, or maybe I woke up at 4 to shoot for the Superman trailer that was dropping. It was Andrew, Coy, Greg, and me, and we were going to be watching the Superman trailer, talking about it, and then doing a live stream afterwards. So I woke up ass early, pitch black outside, got ready, got in my car, so I did not sleep that night. You guys know I go to bed at like 2 or 3 in the morning regardless. So I maybe slept for 30 minutes, maybe. I get to Real Rejects. The Superman trailer drops. It's sick nasty. Loved it. If you want my actual coverage, go over there. I think we have like almost 1 million views. I'm not even kidding. The coverage exploded, and it exploded on TikTok everywhere. Did really well for us. But I loved that trailer so much. It was so perfect. Then I wasn't going to stay for the live, but I was there and I was like, okay, I need to go to my grandparents because I need to make sure that I get them. I don't remember, I think breakfast or medication, something I had to be there for. So then I was like, I can only stay for an hour and a half of this live stream. And Greg was like, okay, so stay for an hour and a half and then sit in the chair closest to the door so you can just slip out. So the second I slip out to leave, I'm walking to my car and I get the call from my brother that my sister-in-law was going into labor. And my plan all along was whenever she was going to labor, I was going to book a flight, get on that flight, and try to get to the hospital. So I drive to my grandparents quickly. I organize some stuff. I saddle them in. I leave notes for the caretaker who's like, this is who's coming this day. This is this appointment. This is what's happening here. I'm there for 45 minutes tops. I go to my place. I grab my bag, which I had my bag packed ready for whenever the call was. I grab my bag. I go straight to the airport. I get on the plane with very little time left. Thank goodness for TSA pre-check. Get on the plane, fly for 6 hours, get in, go back home for a brief little bit, and then go to the hospital a couple hours later. So I now have not slept. And I'm feeling wiped, but I'm so excited to go meet my niece. So excited. I go to the hospital with my sister and we go, and we're the first two people other than my brother and his wife to meet my little niece. I immediately fall head over heels in love with her, completely obsessed with her. Y'all know me. Babies just aren't for me, haven't been for me. Babies don't do it for me. They look like little aliens. I don't know what the deal was with this magical being, but all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, you are the most perfect. Oh my God. Luckily, because I had flown off the plane, I wore a mask because I just didn't know I had been flying and whatever. So I'm the only one who wore a mask. We end up leaving. My dad comes then after us. He's there. And my sister is going to go home. She's going to go straight to a wedding. So I get in the car with my dad. We leave and we are driving and there is a massive snowstorm. It is just so slippery. We're driving so slow. My sister ends up calling us and she got into an accident. And this is something you guys might not be aware of, but when I was in LA one time, and she's fine. Everyone's okay. When I was in LA one time, I got a call that my sister was in an accident. She had to get taken out by the jaws. She had to end up going into surgery. It was the scariest call I ever got in my life. You guys know the feeling if you ever gotten a phone call like that. So scary. So I immediately, but my sister calls and she's like, I got an accident. Can you guys come here? My heart was pounding into a million, pop, 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 pop. So immediately I call AAA because I know that we're going to need to get her car towed. And my dad needed to go back home to take care of my grandma because she hadn't eaten and we have things going on there. So he basically we go, we make sure that AAA is going to come. He waits until I've gotten a hold of them and then he leaves. And my sister and I are outside for hours. It was so fucking cold. We got her car off the curb, but it was not in the safe. It was a totally safe enough place, but not where you want to just chill in the car and be not everybody was sliding into everybody. Cars were slipping, sliding. There were so many accidents, so many, to the point where AAA is we're usually under an hour, but we've gotten so many calls. So we waited for fucking ever. I am freezing. I have not slept. I'm not in the right clothes because I didn't know I was going to be outside. My feet are absolutely soaked. I am shaking cold. And all of a sudden I start to feel like ass. And I was like, I really don't feel good. The tow truck finally comes. They tow us to this one place. They won't take the car. They can't do what she needs. We try to go to another. The traffic is not moving because it is first of all, people are trying to get somewhere for the holidays, the snow, everything's sliding. I am like all of a sudden feeling so fucking ill. I'm like, I have to get to a CVS to get some medication and tests. I want to make sure that I don't have COVID or the flu. So I call my dad. He's like, I literally can't get to you guys right now. I'm trying, but I can't get there. He's trying to come to get to us. On his way to get to us, he gets fucking hit by another car. So just the roads were a nightmare. So I start walking to go to CVS because I'm like, I have to make sure that I'm not going to get this baby sick, and like also what's going on, I need meds. So we walk to CVS. It is snowing. It is slippery. Again, I'm not in appropriate clothing. I'm feeling like I'm going to pass out. I get there. I buy all these tests. I buy zinc and vitamin C and all of these things. And then my dad finally gets to us. We go home and I am super ill. Like, really don't feel well. Don't know whether it's the flying, the not sleeping, the being in the cold. And I'm starting to panic. I start to take these tests. And for those of you guys who don't know, because I told all my friends about this and they didn't know, CVS and maybe other places, they now have 3-in-1 tests. So it tests you for influenza A, influenza B, and COVID. So you can do these flu and COVID tests in one. And it's the same price as the COVID test. So get that box. And so I end up testing negative, but I felt so sick that then for the next 4 days, I didn't go see my fucking niece. And I literally had flown home to see my niece, and I didn't leave the room at my dad's. I just sat in the room and I was going insane. I felt sick, but I felt tired. I felt anxious. I didn't stream. I was just doing posts for Real Rejects because Greg was going on his it's like a pseudo, I don't know whether they're calling it their honeymoon or what, but they're like on vacation together. So I was doing everything for Real Rejects. And I wasn't seeing my niece, and nobody else wanted to see me because they didn't want to get sick. My dad, my sister. So I'm FaceTiming with my niece and I'm back there and I feel like dirt. And I just was so nervous. So for 4 days, I just medicated. And then finally I was like, I feel fine. I think I'm just so shaken over what happened. So when I felt 100%, on day 5, then I got to go see my niece on Christmas. So that was so stressful, but I missed for so much time with her. But then by the time I got to go there, my sister got sick. So then she didn't end up going. So my sister then stays home. I end up going. So my sister and I didn't get to spend time with our niece together, and we're the two aunties until the last day. And then I was supposed to stay for longer, but my grandparents needed some support out here. The VA used to send hearing aids in the mail. Now they don't. Papa was without hearing aids this whole time, and he needed me to pick them up at the VA, and I could not get anybody else here to do it. And there was a couple other things, and I called a couple family members, and they said no. So I flew back to go get the hearing aids for him and to do a couple other things for them. There were some other issues because I was supposed to be back east until the 4th. So I came back on the 30th. And it just was like a whole whirlwind trip. I'm absolutely in love with my niece. She's completely perfect. It was really cool, though, because I got to spend the first half of Hanukkah with a 1-week baby and the second half of Hanukkah with Grammy and Papa. So happy I was able to do that with them. But all things overall, it was like I didn't see I saw 2 of my friends when I was back home. I barely left the house. I only saw my niece or was sick. It feels like a fever dream. Like that happened. Just totally in a blink of an eye, it all came and went. And that is what you missed. And then I can talk about New Year's Eve in a second. But what happened with you guys? You guys get anxiety from even hearing me talk about it. I know it was a lot, but my niece is perfect little angel. She's so small. She's so little. She's so cute. So cute. Okay, let's see what's going on from you guys. Handsome Ransom. Oh my God, Handsome Ransom, you figured it out. Let's go in the Streamlabs from Handsome Ransom, who figured out Streamlabs. He said, fingers crossed they let this go through, question mark. Guess what, babe? You crossing your fingers really worked, and it went through. We're really cooking with gas. Way to go. Let's check out what's going on in the super chat. Okay. Mr. ND Fanatic, Shrinking Season 2 finale thoughts. I don't think this, and I know the show gets some love. I don't think the show gets as much love as it deserves. This is one of the best shows on television. I thought the finale was amazing. I don't want to give spoilers because I know some people haven't watched it yet, but when there was that moment that we're seeing, I'm going to say next to public transportation, my heart started. I was sitting with my sister when we watched it, and I looked at her. I was like, no. And she was like, you don't think? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Man, that show is so good though. So beautiful. Most of the time really feel good, but really it does tackle a lot of real life issues. And of course it's not realistic with the way that these therapists handle these issues, but the issues that come up, I feel like they really do a good job of tackling big things. I thought it was perfect. Love it. Andrew Thomas says, happy 2025, Roxy. Thank you for the reminder, Andrew Thomas, that it is 2025. If you hadn't said that, we clearly know I don't know what year it is. So, mwah to you. Looking really good and sexy tonight. Sexy Andrew. It wouldn't be you if you didn't call me Sexy Roxy tonight. So, but what do you think about these little flyaways? Are they working for you? Or did you prefer the beanie? I went to my aunt's New Year's Eve party and ate some Chick-fil-A nuggets and had one peach Jello shot on New Year's Eve. Oh my God, that's so fun. You guys know I've never tried Chick-fil-A. I've never tried it. And I lived right next to one for a while when I was in college. How did I avoid that? I don't know. Jake Yakavetta, I'm an idiot. I sent Jet congrats and realized it wasn't his and said, no, it was Skype. Fucking Skype. What? I'm an idiot. I sent Jet congrats, then realized it wasn't his and said, no, it was Skype. I don't know what that means, Jake. What does that mean? Explain yourself, sir. No, it was Skype. Fucking Skype. Well, let us know, but thank you for the super chat and thank you for the Streamlabs to everybody who are Streamlabsing and super chatting on our first show of the day. Appreciate you guys. You rule. Okay, let's see what's going on. So career stuff. Let's talk career for a second because I just got a text about career stuff. I have another movie that I was in that you guys know. I think it played a festival already up north. I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm going to see the movie for the first time in 2 weeks, and it's for a cast and crew screening, and they are letting us have a couple of plus ones. So I invited a couple of my friends. It's called Party of Darkness. I'll keep you guys posted, but the way that it is, it's an anthology movie. So it's like there's this wraparound that kind of ties things together with everything being told as a story. And I'm in one of the stories. So I think it's probably like 10 minutes of the movie. But it was so fun to shoot. And it's a horror movie. And I think it's going to be, if every other one's as cool as ours, I think it's going to be a really good time. So I will keep you guys posted. But that will be really, really fun to be able to talk to you guys about. And I think I might be shooting another movie in Q1 of this year. So if that is the case, fingers crossed for me, guys. I will keep you guys will be the first to know about that, but that would be pretty amazing. In terms of hosting stuff, I am really diving into Real Reject stuff. I'm going to be working there in an even larger capacity this year, which I'm very excited about because I have loved helping Real Rejects grow and being there and growing from Real Rejects. You guys know I've already been doing their social, but I'm going to be doing a couple more things for them and hosting all the time, obviously. And my favorite thing is that I get to just watch all these movies with you guys, which is really, really cool. And then still Christian show, still DJ show, of course. World Girls, we have a lot that we've figured out for this new year. And also Steph and I are finalizing things this weekend that we can be talking to you guys about. But hell yeah to World Girls moving forward. As always, Live at the Roxy going to continue. This is my platform to jump on whenever I want without scheduling and just telling you guys this is what's up. This is how I'm feeling about these things going on in my life. So you guys know that you can always find me here. And did I miss any of the hosting things that I've been doing? I'm hoping that Rotten Tomatoes, in some capacity, I can continue hosting with them. I know that they've stopped certain shows, they've started certain shows, but I've been there for years and I love working there and I love the people there. They're just wonderful to me. So more stuff with that. And then also really trying to focus on doing more carpets, going to more events, and really trying to up my profile that way and meet more people that way so that hopefully I can be getting on more sets and continuing to book. And those are the things. Party of Darkness isn't out yet because it is running the festival circuit. I'm just going to be able to see it for the first time. But the fact that I'm going to be able to see it the first time makes me think that you guys in the next coming months, hopefully, there will be a way to check it out. I'm not exactly sure what their release plan is on this yet. I'm sure we'll know more after more festivals. And if there's ever another festival announcement, I'll let you know. So if it's near you and you're able to go, I shall tell y'all about that. Here are my nails. Can you guys see? Not really. They have a little bow on them. And they're like light blue icy. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Super chat in. Let's keep talking about New Year resolutions and whatnot. So those are some of the career things I've got planned for this year. And really focusing on the writing. You guys know I have my movie that I'm making. We're during the packaging phase of it right now, which has been taking up a lot of time. Just trying to make sure that we do this. I don't want to say perfect because of course not perfect, but it's my baby. So I got to crush it. And working on writing still a couple of different scripts. Yeah, that's all career stuff. And then going to, what is this? Gaylord of the Rings. Jake Aikasheta. It's like Yakavetta, but maybe Yakasheta. Is it a poop emoji? Listen, I don't know Gaylord of the Rings. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. In terms of family coming up, let's see. Just working on my auntie game. I really want to try to go home at least once a quarter. I'm hoping that I can hit going home 4 times this year because it's so hard when they're all together all the time. And my niece is there. And so I'm thinking about getting another credit card that specifically goes towards miles. Does anybody have a card that they really love that feels like they feel like gives them really good miles? Need advice on that. I have a travel rewards card, but I just don't feel like it gives me the most bang for my buck. And to be 100% honest with you guys, somehow, some way, I have really good credit. So I think I could get accepted. Humble brag, but okay. So yeah, I want to be trying to do that. The woman that I'm a conservator to is getting surgery this week, so I'm taking off a little time. If you guys don't see me on you're not going to see me on Tuesday for Christian. I'm going to be there a different day. So I will be taking her and doing that. So send out good energy to her that everything is good there. Grammy and Papo, I'm really, really focusing this year on giving them as much happiness as they can possibly get. So Grammy and I on Saturday, we're doing spa day, baby. Taking her for her nails and her toes and probably a lunch in there. I just really, really want them to have such a beautiful life and doing everything I can to make that happen. And that's my focus. Yep, my focus, and I keep thinking this, my focus is Grammy and Papo, being an aunt, and my career. Obviously trying to keep up with all the other things too, friendships and everything, but those are really, really where my focuses are. And I think that when I think about, like, people say things like you can't have it all, I just don't agree with that. I don't know about all, but I think you can have so many beautiful things, and I'm gonna just try to go after. I'm going to try to go after so many of the things, and hopefully we'll try to go after it together. Streamlabs, super chat. Let me know how you guys are doing and what your New Year's thoughts, hopes, dreams are. Handsome Ransom says in the Streamlabs, cooking with gas now. Okay, King. 2025 is going to be a good year for sure now. LOL. Love you, Roxy. You're fucking awesome. My sisters had a sleepover and put on Always Lola, and now we're doing a hunt every year, which should be fun. But they both decided I'm Catherine. Listen, first of all, that's so cute that they did. What they think of the movie? Let me know. For those of you guys who are new here, I was in a movie called Always Lola. It came out last year and it was awesome. I was Lola and I loved working on it. I think they did such a beautiful job with it. It's a little indie movie and they did an excellent job. Jeff Graham. But you're going to do a hunt every year. I think that's so cool. I would love to do that also. And you're Catherine. It's interesting. In what way? And who are they? Did it come out 2 years ago? So it wasn't. Oh, yeah, 2 years ago now because we're in 2025. I was going to say, I thought it came out in 2023. Oh, that's crazy. The movie that I was in recently called Crust, I only made it for a little bit of the movie, but I'm going to try to get them to give. I'm going to ask about getting all my footage. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it to you guys, but maybe they'll do a director's cut at some point. But they did such a good job with that too. It's really quirky. People have been liking that. And then this one, Party of Darkness, which I'll tell you guys about. And hopefully one that I'm shooting Q1. I just gotta, guys, we gotta keep booking. We can't stop booking. Every year we gotta be booking more and more and more and keep the party going because this is the dream. Going in 2025 is a mess. Babe. What do you mean? Why a mess? How can we help? Let us know. Rock stars are here for you. Okay. Handsome Ransom, they loved it and they were begging for more of your work. I don't know if you're telling me the truth or not, but slay. Thank you. It's giving king shit. It's giving queen sisters. It's giving thank you so much. They threw me under the bus because I'm the oldest and not hip. I guess I'm giving old at 30. Listen, same. I literally, if any of you guys saw my flight back to LA was super delayed. Like it was hours and hours delayed. I was sitting in the airport trying to get work done. And as it was getting delayed, I wrote to my sister screaming, crying, throwing up. And then I said, did I use that right? And she was like, no, honey. She keeps saying I'm giving old. Norcross, Roxy, I remember you from our kindergarten class at Mason Rice. We used to play in the book nook. My name is Andrew Norcross. That's so great. Oh my God. Guys, everybody say hi to Andrew Norcross. Do you want to know what memory I have of you? And anytime I do this, I don't know if you're going to remember this. Maybe you will remember this. But I remember this. I used to do this thing when we were in kindergarten. I hope this doesn't bother you. I used to do this thing when we were in kindergarten called the worm. And I would take my finger and I would go like this and chase you around with it. We were sitting at a desk one time and I did it and you were screaming, like screaming upset. And I thought it was the funniest thing. My bad. That's not funny. When somebody's yelling and doesn't like something, let them go. But that is what, when I think of you, that is my memory. Where I would just my double jointed finger and I like inched it closer to you and you were not happy. That's on me. I'm very sorry for that. I'm not very sorry, but I'm a little sorry for that. And obviously it stuck with me because that was 20 years ago. Not 20, but almost. Ash in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strayer. Yes, Ash for that big 2025 support. As of December 31st, my roommate isn't. Let me blow this up right now. As of December 31st, my roommate isn't my girlfriend anymore. Bro got a shiny new piece of jewelry, and suddenly, girlfriend isn't a word she wants to hear ever again. I'm so excited. I didn't think it would feel different, but I'm like vibrating with joy. And Happy New Year. Been a bit since I've caught you anywhere live. Ash, we're so happy for you. First of all, it couldn't have happened to a better dude. Everyone here is obsessed with Ash because you're just the greatest. Like, you're so generous, you're so kind. And I love the way that you speak about your now fiance, previously girlfriend. You've always said just the most amazing things about her. Um, that's how people who are in love should talk about their significant other. You guys seem like the greatest couple. It's like, I know that you have told us that you feel like you're batting out of your league, but that's impossible. Nobody's out of your league. So you guys seem to be in the same league, and just awesome. Everybody, every single person, if you are in the chat right now, sound off. Just mazel tov to Ash, compliments to Ash. Need to know more, Ash. How did you do it? What can you tell us? Where were you guys? What did she say? I'm assuming yes. Unless she kept the ring and ran. That's fucking awesome. Man, when I tell Steph when I see her tomorrow, she's going to lose it. That's awesome. Yes, Ash. So good. Lover of love, shipper of ships, asher of ashes. Ah! Man, that's a good one. That's a good one. I know. It wasn't news I was expecting either, even though why wasn't I expecting it? I knew it was coming. Like, literally, he only sings her praises. They've been together a while. They moved in together. We knew an engagement was on the horizon. I know, Jake, I started tearing up too, but then and that's what I've learned. If you ever think you're going to tear up and you don't want to, it sucks it all back in. Guys, this thing is fucking driving me nuts. That's amazing. Mazel tov to our friend Ash. So good. So good. Does anybody else have good news? Doesn't have to be, obviously that's huge news, but does anybody else have anything really good that happened to them over the last 2 weeks since I've been here? I would love to hear. And I won't even chase after you guys with my little worm. So odd. I was a very strange kid. Very, very strange. Still strange adult. Steph just texted me right now. Should I tell her? I'm going to say, Ash just said on live at the Roxy he got engaged. Very excited. Very excited. We'll see what she says. I'll let you guys know. Oh my God. And Brandy comes in. Brandy's like, I know what it's like to be engaged. Ash says, thanks everyone. Had to do it New Year's Eve morning because she worked overnight on New Year's. So yesterday? Was it yesterday? Oh my God. And how'd it go? And where'd you do it? And like, we need more deets. We need way more deets. Need to know everything. Please tell us. Please and thank you. Okay, let's see. Oops. I didn't mean to put you up, Sam, but Illy. I meant to put up Mark, who said, shout out to your Superman trailer outfit. So good. Thank you so much. I can't believe I wore those red boots to the beach the day before, and then I wore them for Superman. I'm obsessed with those boots. I bought them when I was in Southie in Boston, and it was for the weekend that's like Black Friday, but it was on Saturday. It's called Small Business Saturday. When I went into this random store and I bought those, and they sent them to me out here. And they're like my favorite shoes ever, but I'm very scared I'm going to overwear them, because why did I wear them to the beach? Because I love them so much, and I can't just express how much I love them, and I want to wear them all the time. And that Superman top was sent to me by Black Milk Clothing years ago. I've worn it 1,000 times, and it comes with a cape, but I just wear it like that. I wish Steph responded. She's not great at responding quickly. I need her to be on it like a bonnet right now. All right, let me ask you guys a couple of, while we're talking about Superman. Number one, are you more excited in the chat, sound off right now, for Superman or Fantastic Four? What are you more excited for? I'm more excited for Superman, but I'm very excited for Fantastic Four. But when we did our most anticipated movie of next year for Real Rejects, I obviously said Wicked. And that's coming from a diehard Superman fan. But Wicked for good. Do not speak to me. I must see. Do not interrupt me on my journey to go see it. Nothing can stand between me and Wicked 2. Oh my God. My niece was born on your niece's birthday, Brandy. That's so cool. I love that. All right. A lot of Superman people. A lot of Supermans. Makes sense. What are you guys thinking about the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively situation? So to sum it up, everybody kind of turned on Blake Lively after the movie, and all these old interviews were surfacing. Then there was this Blake Lively came with receipts in that 80-page report that was like, Justin hired this PR firm and made me look bad. Then Justin just came out with his own goddamn report, and it was like, saw all those text messages. You redacted a lot of stuff. Here are the full text messages and some. And like, while I was home, I'm talking to my dad about the story, and I'm like, ugh, Justin's the worst. And now I'm just like, I don't know anymore. I have to stop. Before I know what happens, or when I'm not talking about people that I've met or that I know at all, I just have to stop even coming to any conclusions. It's giving Johnny and Amber all over again, with the world being like, no him, no her, no him, no her. And I'm just like, none of us have any idea what we're talking about. Like, truly none. Anytime I think I know what I'm talking about, I do not know what I'm talking about. And then people were like, WME was pressured to drop Justin by Blake and Ryan. And then WME said we were not pressured to drop him. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know that I should even know about any of this. If there's funny business, I guess we all should know and care. But I can't even tell what the funny business is. Seems like this is going to be court situation. I'm like, how are you guys feeling? That was the question. What do you guys think? Are you like me and you're like, whiplash? Also, unrelated, what did you guys watch over the holidays? And did you watch all of Squid Game? Because we haven't spoken about it. And obviously, I binged it in 2 days. I thought season 2 was amazing. So weird that some people are like not digging it. I'm not saying it's season 1, but I thought it was amazing. The end of it is very abrupt. I will give people that. Be abrupt. Super duper abrupt. Yeah, I think I saw what Kate Beckinsale said. She was just like, see, this is like women don't get treated well and they get bullied kind of thing. Isn't that what she said? Something like that. These are all the pop culture things I've been thinking about talking to you guys about, but just have not been here. So I haven't been able to. I'm going to get out of here in the next few minutes though, because I think I'm going to bake cookies to bring to... You guys know I make this dough that I have to have sit for 48 hours, and then I make the cookies, and I'm going into Real Rejects on Sunday. So if I make it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, make them, then bring them in Sunday. I could do it tonight or tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here relatively soon. Regardless, the girl's got place to go. People see, movies to edit. And by movies, I mean TikToks. And Instagram reels, okay? By the way, it seems like TikTok might be staying because Donnie has a soft spot for it. Yada yada. Oh my God, I missed this, Mike Joyce. Thanks for giving me the heads up. Saw Wicked for the 3rd time with my mom and sister on Christmas. They fell asleep for a large portion of it. Had they seen it yet? What? I'm glad they were awake for the ending. What? My mom nearly jumped out of her seat when the flying monkey broke through the glass. That was hilarious to me. Yeah, that seems to be a big jump scare for people. It was for me. I was like, "Whoa." That was the scariest part of the movie by far. There's so many movies I still haven't seen. You mentioned a couple of them. Brutalist, Nosferatu. I haven't seen either of those. So many movies that I still am trying to see. Seems like you guys watch some good stuff. Those are two of them that I really would like to see. I saw Real Pain and I loved it. Okay. Oh, I never saw Iron Claw. Was that from last year? I haven't seen Heretic yet. I didn't see Blink twice, and I haven't seen Strange Darling. I think I'm supposed to cover that for Real Rejects, though, so I've been trying to wait on that one. I haven't seen Baby Girl yet. People seem to really be liking that. That whole, like, good girl trend has been interesting. Let's see. Oh, yeah, people are talking about Laid. Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't watched it yet, though. But I did hit officially 120 shows for this last year. 120, y'all. My last two were Industry, which I hadn't seen, so I just binged. Obsessed. Why didn't you guys have me watch Industry earlier? And Squid Game. Squid Game was my last show of the year. And that Squid Game was 120. Kind of cool. I have so much life. Guys, a lot's going on that I'm able to watch 120 shows. I'm just so obsessed with TV. It makes me happy, truly. RKMD, yes! With that awesome Streamlabs, big support. Mwah. Hi, Roxy, just giving you some support. Adore it. Thank you. Thank you, RKMDSMD. Appreciate you. That is huge support on this January 2nd. Let's see. Paco Loco, super sticker. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate that as well. Yes, of course, Silo, loving. But I count the shows from when I start watching them. So Silo was, let's see what number Silo was. TV shows. Silo was 107. Watched a lot of stuff after Silo, but I'm still watching it. I love Silo. It's one of the best shows of the year. Avi. Paco Loco. Money, money, money. Must be funny in a rich man's world. All right, my loves. Shall we hit the road, Jack? You guys will see me next week. I'll pop in before then, probably once this weekend. But then next week I'm gonna be on, I think, Christian show Wednesday probably, and then Wednesday night World Girls, and then I will be on DJ show on Friday, and then probably 1 or 2 episodes of me for Real Rejects next week. As I'm still going through the Conjuring movies, and I'm going into film on Sunday, so I think that will probably air. And yay, Sam, I'm so glad it was super fun. I had fun too. Thanks for hanging out with me for the hour, guys. This late night stream. Wow. It's always so crazy. Right now, it's January 2nd for me, but Sam, for you, it's January 3rd, which means it's my ex-boyfriend's birthday. Oh, I got to text him. Guys, I have literally my ex is the greatest. I always tell him, you're the greatest ex a girl could have. He's such a good dude. Like, still constantly, not constantly, but like for my birthday, for the anniversary of my mom passing, for any of the big milestones, he'll just reach out and say, thinking of you or whatever. He just had his first baby. Oh, the baby's so cute. I love his wife. She's awesome. But I feel so lucky to anybody who has a good ex who's like, yes, we realized we had so much love for each other, but we weren't meant for each other in that way. It's the best feeling to just like be on good terms with somebody that you cared so much about. So I hope for that for you guys, for any of your exes. Anyway, happy birthday to him, and he shall be getting a text. All right, my loves. Let's see. Shout out to Paco Loco XXX. Oh. And I think this is another super sticker from you. Thank you. Big shout out to RQMDSMD, Ash, Mike Joyce, Handsome Ransom, Paco Loco, Jake Yacovetta, Gay Lord of the Rings with the comment that still none of us understand, Sexy Andrew Thomas, Mr. ND Fanatic, and anybody else who watched live. But those are the people who gave support in the Streamlabs and Super Chat today. And you guys are the ones who keep the show going. So thank you. But to everybody who's here and gave me your time, it means the world to me. And I will be back live at the Roxy. Good first one of the year. And I will see you guys soon. Stay safe, stay sane, put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those flumes. Don't trend with the Holocaust. Justice for all of the people who've lost their lives due to excessive force. My body, my choice. Wherever you're on the rainbow, we love you. We stand with the women of Iran, some of the bravest women we've ever seen. Golden sparkles for the Zen one himself. Let 2025 be the year that we hear from Glenn Caesar, man. And shout out to Paco Loco again for another super sticker. Paco Loco says, no to which part? Which of the things that I said is it no to? No, I'm melting. All right, I made it weird. Goodbye.